first versus series. Today, Walter White will be going against 100 babies. Alright, this is the point system. Essentially, this will show who is better. Think of it like power scaling, but not for nerds. Out of 10, Walter White has 5 spins. The cancer is not helping him. Also, he is an old ass man, but we will talk about that later. For speed, Walter White isn't the fastest, so I'll give him a 5. IQ, Walter White is very smart. I'm about to crash out. So we will give him an 8. Walter White is your average 50-year-old man, and he literally died to a single gunshot. He's pretty squishy, I'd give him like a 5. For numbers, Walter White doesn't really have the advantage because he's one dude versus 100 yards, so we'll give him 1. No, Walter White has many weapons at his disposal, such as M60 in car. Ryson, his words, because he's very. Am I stupid? Because he's a very smart. Over his abilities. Meth. He can take it. He can throw it. He can kind of do whatever he wants with it, but he usually has some on him. So I'll give this an extra 5 points. Next, he can call Hank for reinforcements. If this isn't season. Like 5. I low-key don't know. Whenever he killed him. The last season. Anyway. 50-50 he helps. That would usually be a 10, but since it's a 50-50, it will be an extra 5 points. Weaknesses. He has cancer. This is a big weakness. This will subtract 6 points. This will subtract 7 points. He is old. This speaks for itself in a lot of his stats. Walt Jr. and Skyler. If they were to somehow be harmed, he would probably also die. -7 points. Now for the babies, you might not think it, but they are actually quite strong for babies. They're going to get a 3 strength per baby. Speed. They do crawl, but I can see that if there were to be a tidal wave of that would go quite fast. So I will say 3 to 5. IQ. They aren't very smart. I'll give it a 1. They are babies, not very durable. Trust me, I would know. 2. Numbers, they have 100. This will not be added as a score. This will just be, it's basically multiply. It basically multiplies strength. Weapons. Wood, blocks, and helmet. A lot of them have helmets. That is pretty good actually, because they can, with the tidal wave, they could do a battering ram type maneuver. Abilities, trains. I'm not even gonna explain this one. You'll find out. Maybe. Weaknesses. Soft spot. This is a massive weakness. It is their one weakest point. So I will give it a -10. Damn it. Sonic. If they see Sonic, they will probably run towards him and forfeit the match. This is -5. Now time to put all the points in. When I was talking about multiplication earlier, 100 infant fist punching into you, that's kind of like trying to get what's the saying, getting pecked to death by a duck. So the multiplication factor will not be much. I will give it a 5. That's pretty much it. Alright, so it appears Walter White is more powerful than real babies, but of course anything can happen in um versus, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this series. Anyway, we will be deciding where to battle based on these two home fields. Alright.
What? This isn't science class. Children, stop trying to attack me. The battle begins and Walter White is getting swarmed by the babies. They begin dogpiling on him. He tries to kick them off, but more just keep coming. Suddenly, Walter gets an idea. He licked the blue so it sticks onto the wall. The babies see it and think that Sonic is real, so they start swarming to it. Up you go. It looks like the battle's won. But wait, what's that? Call in the trench!